Law enforcement was summoned to the local hospital in Round Rock, Texas, in response to a disturbance. Hospital staff contacted the authorities to address a situation involving a female patient causing disruption in the emergency room waiting area.
Is this the female? What's going on, man?
I don't need you to put your hands on me or nothing like that.
Nobody's saying anything like that. What is here for?
He was talking to me nicely, so I don't need y'all to be all crazy.
Just talk with me here. Just talk to me. So, I know she got off the stretcher. What's going on, man? Why were you brought here?
That dumbass that just walked back there was talking all this shit to me. Was I or was I not right about that?
No, he was yelling at you. Yeah, he was antagonizing. All of this is because of
okay, well, I just want to go outside. Okay.
You were checked in? She's been checked into the hospital?
She was leaving AMA.
Okay, so you're leaving. How are you getting home?
I don't know.
I don't want you to just walk out there this upset. So, do you have your ID or anything with you?
No, I don't.
This is the same check from 175.
I also don't know anything.
Have you been checked in? Do you have your name on? Can I get your name at least?
I don't have anything on me.
He's talking about the bracelet.
I wasn't sure if this had your name on it. That's all, ma'am.
Do you know where you were when your tire blew?
Yeah, it was off 2222.
Was it Austin PD that you talked to, or?
Yeah, I do so.
EMS called in that she was coming for shoulder pain. EMS was wheeling her in with the stretcher this high. She was jumping off of it. They lowered the stretcher. She jumped off, started screaming at the entire ER. Stormed out here, has been screaming at patients and visitors in the lobby.
Okay.
We talked to her brother. They have her cell phone that she is saying we stole. They said that they've been dealing with this for a week and they do not want to deal with her anymore. I'm not going to provide her a lift on the hospital's dime with her behavior like this. She just needs to leave. That's where we're at.
So basically she can get treated or she can leave.
Yes, and if she's going to be treated, she's going to be polite and stop being disruptive.
So here's you're distraught. Have you had anything to drink tonight? It's fine if you have. That's not what I'm trying to investigate.
No, I'm pregnant, man.
Okay. I didn't know, man. I didn't know. Okay, I just want to make sure you're okay to leave if you do want to leave and why you were brought in. I want to make sure you're okay.
I just can't get my freaking phone and that's just pissing me off.
Where's your phone?
Because
Her brother has it.
my brother has it.
He's not coming up.
Okay.
He doesn't want to talk to me. He doesn't want me to get my phone.
What's your name?
Monica.
Monica? Monica? What is the hospital wanting to do? They just want her to leave, no CTW? Okay. What's your plan from here?
I want to just go home,
I know, and how are you going to get home, Monica? I don't want you to
I
just walk out there.
I want my keys, but they have my keys.
Who has your keys?
Luis and my mom.
Okay, so you're a family.
And I don't even. I'm not affiliated with them. Like they don't associate with me at all. Even though they call themselves my brother and my mom, they're not.
Let's head outside. That way we're not disrupting everything in here. Okay. So you were brought in. Why? What brought you in here, Monica? There should be a bench over here if you wanted to sit. Come over here, Monica. That way you can sit. So why were you brought in? Careful. And right over here. Monica. Why did you come to the hospital today?
Because I have a dislocated shoulder.
Okay. If your shoulder's dislocated.
It's not right now.
Okay. I think it'd be a good idea for you to go back in there
and get it looked at. It's not dislocated right now, because if it was, I'd be screaming in pain right now. It's not dislocated right now.
Okay. And you have no phone, you have no keys, and you have no way to get home.
No. And that's all I want. I just want to go home. I don't want to bother them. I don't want to have no contact with them. I just want to get home, please.
I know you want to get home, but we have no way of contacting your brother or anything like that. What I would suggest is you go back in there, get your shoulder looked at, which is why you're here to begin with. And then maybe they can help you contact your brother. Do you even have his phone number?
No, I have my mom, and they just got off the phone with her.
Okay, and she doesn't want to come
She
down
put my
here?
brother on the phone, and he's like, no one's talking to my mom. It's only gonna be me. Blah 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 blah.
Monica, here's where I'm coming from. I'm going to be 100% transparent with you, okay? Your speech is very slurred. If you're over emotional,
Yeah, because
I'm just telling you where I'm coming from, okay? And I'm worried about you being intoxicated. I know you say you're pregnant, but I've met other pregnant, intoxicated people, okay? So I'm not comfortable releasing you to just go home by yourself with those conditions. I am comfortable releasing you to the hospital to get treatment.
How can I even go home if I don't even
I don't
have
want
my
the
car
hospital
keys
wants
or
you.
my
The
phone?
hospital wants you off the property. If you don't go back in there, calm down, and get treated for what happened to you. And if you don't have somebody to come get you, I'm going to test to see if you're intoxicated, and from there, maybe go to jail, maybe get released to walk, because there's no other way for you to contact anybody. The only person you wanted to contact is your mom, and she doesn't want to help you right now.
So what do I do then?
I would suggest you go back in there, get your shoulder looked at.
I'm not. I know it's not dislocated right now. It just hurts a lot.
And who called your mom? The sheriff?
The nurse.
The nurse? And your mom doesn't want to come get you. Okay, and you have no phone or no way to get home. Where do you live?
Can you please just tell her like she will just take her phone and she will call her own ride home, please. That's all I want.
Okay, stay with my partner real quick.
I won't bother anybody in there. I won't bother anybody, like none of y'all. I won't do shit. All I want is I just want my phone, my keys. That's it.
How far along did you guys get? Nowhere. Nowhere. Okay. She's now all of a sudden claiming I'm pregnant, which is code for I'm not going to jail tonight. Right. So I didn't know if you guys had gotten that far along, but are you willing?
The one causing disturbance was she pregnant? She say anything about being pregnant to you, Riley?
Said she was 8 weeks. Found out 2 days ago.
Oh, 8 weeks. Okay. The other question is, are you willing to allow her, if she can behave herself, to get treated, or are we past that point?
Oh, that's an adult question.
What?
AJ, if she's willing to cooperate, are we okay with her coming back?
That's a if.
If she's calm, cooperative, and not disruptive, she can't be.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
So the brother has her stuff.
My brother has her stuff.
She's came in for a dislocated shoulder, from what she's saying.
The brother said, he asked what was going on here. I said there was a disturbance. He pretty much said that's exactly why she's here, is because of a disturbance.
Okay.
So
I'll call him, get what he says, see what he wants to say. I'll let her know that if she doesn't go back in there, she can't stay here. I'll make sure she's sober, and then I'll just go from there.
okay.
Any indication that you guys have a dislocated shoulder? Is that?
So when they got her in, from what I'm getting told, is she didn't even get off the stretcher. She was ripping off her seatbelt. And as soon as she ripped off her seatbelt, she said, I wanted to leave. I escorted her to the front. And a guy in here was just escalating it, truthfully, just talking to her.
Who is this guy that
I don't...
blew her up like this?
He went to the back, and they didn't say nothing to him.
Was he an employee?
No, he was
I
just...
don't smell alcohol, but her voice is slurred, her comprehension is mediocre, and
I would just impress
she's
upon
super
her.
emotional.
You probably should, if you think you have a dislocated shoulder, you need to probably get checked out. If you don't, they don't want you here. And if you're out here, then there's a good chance you might go to jail.
Yeah, I was going to HGN her.
I think you have no clues there.
Okay.
Yeah,
She's not going to follow.
yeah, when I got here, when they radioed me, you could hear her.
No, yeah, she's super slurred. She's
She
loud.
was really,
she's
really
emotional.
loud. But the guy in there, once he found out her name, he said her name. And was like, oh, Monica, like, I'm just praying for you. Like, leave her alone.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
So I was just thinking, impress upon her, kind of an old cop trick, say, hey, look, hospital or jail.
Okay.
Hopefully she'll be calm enough to elect that. And so they can get her back in there. They can check her shoulder. If not, I just don't want to have to 95 her. She has a shoulder injury, pregnant, whatnot. But you can give her that option.
That's what I think.
Okay. They're willing, if she can remain calm, cool, and collected, and not act like that. They have. She told the deputy in there that she was 8 weeks pregnant, but they haven't done any. They hadn't even got started.
They say anything about dislocated shoulder too with her?
They hadn't done it. They hadn't done anything. She just
You didn't
pops
ask her,
out.
I say hospital or jail. Hospital, you should probably just go to the hospital, okay?
Yeah.
And we'll try to impress that upon her, and hopefully we let her know you have to be cool. And
Yep.
if we come back
So
out
here-
here, you gotta be
So here's the best part. We're here. If she absolutely refuses, then we'll 95 her. We'll get her medically cleared, and off to jail she goes.
There we go. Yeah. Either way.
Right?
Yep.
I have another person that's discharged, and what if one of y'all would like to come and talk with her.
Are they intox?
No, she is stone cold sober.
Okay.
2 of our providers have seen her. She will not leave.
Where's she
Room
at?
22.
Room 22. Okay. Yeah, we can go talk to her.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, give me a second.
They have some other heart disturbance in the ER, so.
Yeah, there's a patient in the ER that's
If you're good to hang out.
Go
with
ahead,
them.
go.
So talking to the hospital and talking to you, your best option right now is to go back in there and get checked out and sit there and talk to them, or else you're going to end up going to jail. Okay, those are your 2 options. You'd rather go to jail right now than go back in there and get your shoulder just looked at.
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's what people want.
No, Monica, I want you
They
to get.
do.
Monica,
It's okay.
Monica,
It's
listen
okay.
to me. Listen
Look,
to me.
It's okay. Just
Listen
take
to
me
me,
to
Monica.
jail. Look,
You
I'm
were
putting
8.
my
You were
hand-
8 weeks. Monica, you were 8 weeks pregnant, and your shoulder hurt, and there's been a disturbance. You're obviously
It's
emotional.
fine now.
I'd like you to get
It's
checked
fine.
out.
I don't want
You don't
to.
want to get checked out.
No.
You want to go to
Just
jail.
take me to jail.
You'd rather go to jail
Yeah,
than get
just
checked
take
out.
me to jail so that they can see what the it's like. Me
Who?
being pregnant and me being in jail, because my people don't give a about me. They don't.
This is not going to help them.
I don't care. It might.
You don't care. All right, Monica, go ahead and turn around. You're under arrest for public intoxication.
What are we doing?
All right, Monica, right now we're going to go down to the ER and we're going to get you medically cleared to make sure you can go to jail. Stay right here, Monica. Let them get out of the way.
What are you looking at?
Monica, face in here.
Hello. Hi, I'm Officer Vicente, Round Rock Police. Staff has asked you to leave.
I just want to talk to someone else.
Okay. Well, they don't have anything else for you here, and they don't want you here anymore. You guys want her to leave?
Yes.
Okay. So you have to leave. So let's go. Ma'am,
Which way's the parking lot?
we're gonna go out this way, okay?
Which way's the parking lot?
We'll take you there. Let's go. Come on.
I just don't feel good. That's the thing. Like, I'm not.
Okay.
Is there.
Well, you're gonna have to go somewhere else for treatment if you don't feel good. They don't want you here, so you have to leave. Okay? Are you willing to leave on your own?
I'm not okay to leave on my own. I drove myself here. I didn't get dropped off.
Okay. Well, let's go talk outside, okay?
Like, I really, truly don't feel good.
We're at a point where we've been asking really nicely. Please do not make us forcefully remove you from the premises. So, like a grown adult, let's all walk outside together and we'll talk about options and we'll see what we can do for you next, okay? But at this point, they've asked you to leave. If you continue to stay here,
I just don't know why.
You're not hearing me. If they've asked you to leave, and if you continue to not leave, then you're going to be charged with criminal trespass. It's a Class B misdemeanor and end up going to jail. That's dumb. We don't want to go to jail, right? So let's walk out together like grown adults, and we'll talk about what your next option is. But you're going to have to leave. Do you understand? I didn't ask if you liked it. I just said, do you understand?
It's not that I like or dislike it. It's that I'm not okay.
Okay.
Well, the other lady, she's now in custody, but she's still complaining about the same thing, pregnancy and her shoulder. If we can just get her medical cleared, discharge her,
But we'll have someone with her the entire time.
I'm so sorry.
Either way.
What the heck is going on? I just know about the one.
Where did this pregnancy come from?
I don't know. She's saying 8 weeks pregnant, but we've seen her
I
medically
have to explain it. At this point in your career, you're probably in the wrong field. What?
I understand it might be frustrating, but if they want you to leave, you have to leave. Okay. So we're gonna go.
But for what?
All right. Let's start walking.
Sorry.
You're good. We're gonna walk all the way down to that door down there.
Her shoulder is hurting. Every time I touch it, she says something. She also mentioned being 8 weeks pregnant. That's all I got.
Did we get some vital signs or did they get?
They haven't gotten anything. She was, as soon as she was brought in, she got off the stretcher, caused a disturbance, and so we're just right back here. Yeah, she's under arrest now.
Okay. Let me take a look at your heart rate real quick.
Go ahead and grab a seat, Monica. Here.
I was gonna have to.
That's my job as a coordinator.
You're killing it.
Is currently.
We don't know. So we got called here to the disturbance that she was causing here. So she won't tell us still anything.
All she told me is that she was trying to change her tire, and that's it. I'm like, so you were in a car accident? She said no. Okay, I don't know what brought her here. All I know is that as soon as she arrived, she jumped off the stretcher, started yelling and hollering. That's what got us called out here. She said her shoulder's dislocated. Every time I touch it, she says, ow. That's the only... And then she said she's pregnant, but she wouldn't tell me how much. And 8 weeks is all that. But as far as that,
we can get checked out
From what I can gather, she was 55 and AP didn't want to deal with her.
okay.
So they called an ambulance for her because she said her shoulder hurt.
Okay, so she was DWI, and AP left her here.
So so she was in a car accident, or maybe
She had a flat tire.
Okay.
So she was DWI and
I was wondering
had a flat tire.
So APD just
Called an ambulance for her instead of
turned around.
Yeah, we're not gonna keep you on the
Here you go, Rob.
I'm glad y'all were here to.
I'm starting to feel a lot less guilty by sending the homeless down there.
Yep.
Did APD say anything about what they?
They want to go 55.
That's fine. That's fine.
At that point, they could have just said PI.
Yeah, and let's take it to the sobering center. Right there. It's fine. It's fine. Listen, I get the stat done.
What is going on?
We're going to explain all that to you outside.
What do you explain? There's nothing to explain
There it
to
is.
me.
There it is.
What are you talking about?
Okay, listen. I don't know. I'm not even going to ask what your medical problem is. I'm not. It's none of my business. Hold on.
I am not whatever they describe me as. I'm not. I desperately need help.
listen.
And I'm not even asking for
Tina.
drugs like
Tina.
people do. Like,
Tina, nobody accused you of asking for drugs.
then why would they not
Tina.
let me speak to someone that's a doctor?
They-
Why wouldn't a doctor speak to me if I come to an emergency
They
room?
spoke to you. They brought you 2 providers to speak with
They
you.
didn't bring me
Okay,
the second
easy.
provider. They didn't bring the second provider to
You
me.
had 2 providers talk to you.
She did not bring him to me.
You're lucky when you get 1 provider to talk to you. They did a full medical workup on you. They couldn't find anything medically
Sir.
wrong with you. Hold on, and they brought a
They-
medical provider.
I'm a medical professional, okay? I know what they're talking about. I've been in the medical field for 20 years.
Okay, you gonna stop yelling at me because I haven't yelled at you once.
Because what just happened was the most disgusting display. I used to work in a trauma room.
Okay.
You think that the stuff they're saying to me is gibberish? I know what they need to do. I know that I'm not okay. They did not bring me a second provider.
Then
They
go to
lied to
then
you.
Go to a different hospital.
Sir, I came here because my face is numb. My arms are numb from my elbows down.
Okay.
And I can barely feel my legs. I have to think
How
about
did you
it
drive? How did you drive here to begin with?
because it was at 6 o'clock. And it's like, I can still move myself. I just can't feel anything.
Okay, you're gonna have to go see a different hospital.
Like,
They don't want you here. They've given you a full medical workup, and a provider spoke
that's
to
the
you.
thing.
And there's nothing wrong
There-
that they
okay,
could
let
find.
me explain to you. And I agree what you're saying.
Okay, if you
I
please don't
know
touch me.
I know that I need to go somewhere else. I know that I do.
Yeah.
But all I wanted to do was talk to another provider
Okay.
to explain to me and show me the stuff that they did to make sure that it's accurate. Because the guy that took the triage at the front desk claimed that he did an EKG on me. And then she came in the room and said that the EKG was fine. And I said, there was never an EKG done on me.
Okay.
And so she claimed that something was fine that didn't exist.
Okay.
And then she had her nurse do an
So,
EKG on me
let me
really
ask you a
quick.
question. You said you worked at a trauma center before? right?
Yes.
So then you're acutely aware on how to
Oh.
file a complaint with St. David's if you're not happy
Right,
with the work.
right,
So,
right.
But,
But
they
the
have
point
the
that
right to
point that I'm getting to is,
You're still
I just
yelling at
wanted to see that they had my blood tests and that they were read accurately by another provider before I leave, so that way I feel safe enough to actually leave. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted from another provider. And she told you that she had someone talk to me that she did not. She went up to him and said, she can text on her phone, get her the f out of here. That's literally what she said to him. She was right outside my room.
Okay, so...
And then he refused to talk to me.
Okay, so clearly you're not getting the service that you want from this place.
Obviously not,
Go
but
to
I
another
just...
one.
If they're gonna make me pay for it, I have a right to see that it was done accurately.
Right now...
Because I can read it myself. I just need to see if I'm okay to go somewhere else.
So
because I don't...
So you're asking for your discharge paperwork?
I have my discharge paperwork on it, but it doesn't have any of the things they did to me on it.
Then you can request copies of that. But right now, it's time for you to leave. And even if they let you stay here, I don't know of a hospital that's going to provide you all the data.
Do you think it's so crude of someone? Do you think that someone who just asks for another doctor to speak to her...
I think it's in a manner in which you ask. And
no,
right now,
no. I didn't do anything negative. I'm doing this because this is completely absurd.
But I'm not yelling at you, and you're continuing to yell at me. So it's...
This is completely absurd. This is exactly why people go home and they die in their bed. This is exactly why that happens.
Go to another hospital, but you don't need to be here because they've asked you to leave. And I'm running out of patience on that because I've told you multiple times.
Why would you run out of patience on someone like me?
Because you're not listening.
You're not understanding what I'm saying to you.
You're right.
I'm asking for you to understand it.
Well, I'm not a medical provider. They have given you treatment.
They just had a woman. Can I speak? Can I just make a point here? They just had a woman go in here with the severe...
I'm going to be very blunt with you because this is where we're at. Okay, I deal with what the law says. The law says if somebody wants you to leave property they have control over, they can tell you to leave. They have told you to leave. We have, on their behalf, have told you to leave because they want you to leave. You have no other rights here to remain here. If you remain here, you will go to jail for trespassing. I have two options for you.
She wouldn't even let me see my...
You have two options. You can drive yourself, or I can have an ambulance drive you to another hospital if you feel like you're medically incapable of doing that. Those are the two options that you have. What would you like to do?
This is ridiculous. There's no way
What would you like to do?
Can I ask you a question?
Okay, if you remain, you're going to jail. That's your choice.
We're done here. Leave. Leave.
Is that or are you going to go to jail?
Do you want to drive yourself or do you want an ambulance?
So you need to leave right now.
I can't ask a question?
No, we're past that.
We're not answering any questions. Leave.
Do you want to drive yourself or would you like an ambulance?
I hope that I fucking die. I hope that something goes wrong because I'm 40 minutes
we're offering you an ambulance.
I hope that I fucking die.
Go ahead and
That's
vacate
all
the
I
property.
wanted to do was see
Vacate
the
the property. Go ahead and leave.
You guys are fucking gonna go to hell.
I'm going to hell, but probably not because of you.
Hell.
Probably, but not because of you.